Wendy, you have some something
I do.
You're
usually drinking coffee, but this is not the kind of hot chocolate she's writing about.
This is Swiss Miss Classics Rich Chocolate, and there it is on the set. That's not what we're talking about because that's not hip. That's distinctly unhip. And Sarah's going to tell us what is hip. What's hip?
Much richer chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate's come a long way since then. Swiss Miss is, is a childhood favorite, but it's a lot of sugar and a lot of dried milk powder. And so a lot of really fine chocolate makers these days are making drinking chocolates or sometimes hot chocolates that are made with really fine quality chocolates. And they're almost more like dessert than something you'd drink in the morning.
But not so simple to make. I mean, you're actually sort of in many cases melting the chocolate in and then doing some heating up of the milk. I mean, this is not for like the family with, 4 kids running out the door in the morning, is it?
It might be a waste for them. I mean, it's not so hard to heat up milk, which is really, you can pour the hot milk over the chocolate, so it doesn't take too much effort. But it's sort of intense for them. I actually had my kids taste some of these chocolates, and they like the more mild chocolates. They really liked, there's a Spanish chocolate called Blanchard, which actually comes as a bar, and you kind of grate it or chop it up and mix it in with milk, and it's really lovely, very sweet, milky, vanilla flavor, and they adored it. But if you're looking for it, excuse me. If you're looking for adults, there's some more rich ones.
Okay, you write about one, and I'm going to try and get the pronunciation right. A Kinnesy single origin sippin' chocolate. It sounds great. It's at $16 though. So that's a bit more. It's a bit more even than the loaf of bread I was talking about. But
yeah, I know. I heard you talking about the bread, and I thought, oh, he's not going to like the chocolate.
No.
No, these are really, really fine chocolates. The Ascanosi one comes from a single farm. I think it's Honduras, and that one is just really a dessert. You'd have to look at that as dessert to justify it. It is incredibly rich, and just kind of got this almost smoky, very adult quality. It's just delicious. But you could only drink a thimbleful, really. It's so
a thimble.
Rich.
A thimble.
A thimble.
It's for a very small person. A thimbleful.
Yes, exactly.
It's just like. Oh wow,
it's the Weight Watchers portion. So how many of these come in actual powders and sort of mixes that are just as simple to make as sort of this Swiss Miss that we're holding up here? I mean, if you don't want to melt the chocolate and you don't want to heat up the milk, are there just richer powders out there you can use?
There is Chow. It's a hard to pronounce one. CHUAO from San Francisco. It makes a richer powder. It actually has a little bit of milk powder in it as well as the chocolate, and it makes a nice spicy version. One of the traditional chocolates of the Mayans actually had a lot of spice in them. So this one sort of replicates some of that feeling in a quick, easy to make powder.
So one question for you: if I was to go home and to buy a bar of reasonably good quality chocolate, get the cheese grater out, grate it into a pan, and pour the boiling milk over it, would that do the trick? I mean, if I can't get these, if I just, I just want to kind of like,
you're like a Hershey bar, is that what?
No, I was thinking dairy milk or something like that, maybe, or something like that green stuff, whatever. It's called black and green or whatever, right. Something decent, and you're grating away, and you put it in the pan, you pour your boiling milk over it, stir, stir, stir. Would that do?
I think it's pretty similar as long as you're not getting into a chocolate that has a lot of emulsifiers or funky things like that. You could do that, but these are certainly fun to play around with if you love a rich chocolate. Some things are slightly easier, like the Lake Champlain chocolate comes in these beautiful little curls, and it really stirs in easily. You don't have to do any work other than heat up the milk.
I
think we should go to Simon's house and see if he'll make this for us. It sounds pretty good.
It sounds like Sarah's had a great time. Sara Dickerman of the Wall Street Journal had a great time, and yes, I will have a hot chocolate party because this will be in off duty tomorrow. You can try it out for yourself. Try that over your morning coffee, I guess, or hot chocolate even if you're gonna get some.